Thank you everyone for joining. Okay, before we get it started into get into the technical aspects of Ask Data, right? I would like to set a context about the Ask Data. First, what does Ask Data mean? Okay, from the name itself, everyone will understand that Ask Data is all about asking a question to our data set, okay, and get the insights in the form of visualization. Okay, but why we are targeting on the user front like analysts and business users here? Why are we are not concentrating on the data stewards and other developers? The reason is developer have an access to the data set and know how to query the required results from the database itself. But many user, right, they don't know how to query the data set itself, and sometimes they may not know which value they want to filter or exactly how to refer to it. Okay, to break that barrier, Tableau has come up with something called as data. Okay, it will fill the gap of the self analytics. Okay, and also it will bring the self analytics closer to all the users here. Okay, and what data as data is contained, right? And what is the purpose of it, and how we can utilize this, right? You can either connect to a live or an extract data source, and then we can query on that. Okay, we no need to write any query on that. Tableau will take care of that. And again, from the Tableau server, it also auto suggests what are the best view and what are the best visualization that suits for your data and which is more appropriate for your question that you have asked. Either it is a bar or a line chart, right? Tableau will decide on that part because business user don't know how to visualize the data also sometimes. So it's good to have the auto suggestion from the Tableau server end itself. And also we can save the insight what we have queried, and we can share this to our colleagues easily. We can easily collaborate on the questions that we have asked and the visualization that we got out of the Ask Data feature. Okay, Ask Data is all about asking a data to the data set. That's in simple. Okay, and how we can implement the Ask Data in our Tableau environment is we have to create a lenses on it. Okay, this lenses, right? To enable a Ask Data, we need a lenses. We'll see something on the lenses part first, the technical aspects of the lenses, and then we will deep dive onto the demo part so that you will understand what this lens will actually do here. Okay, and why we need a lens? We have the data set, right? We can simply ask a question to the Ask data itself. Why we need a lenses in Tableau? Okay, the lenses are, it's nothing but it's just a view. It's just a view which is built above your data set. Okay, the purpose of the lens is concentrating on the data curation part, like exposing the relevant field, the right fields to the user, rather than exposing the old data set which contain more sensitive information. We can't simply give our data set to our business users, right? Because they have a different naming convention, and there are some sensitive informations also, and there are different terminologies used by the different users also. So it is better to curate these fields, and we can set up some synonym for a field and a value. For example, let us assume we have an data set for an sample superstore. Okay, we have an order date. Few people will consider order date as a sales date or a purchase date also, because every business users have a different terminology for a single column itself or a single field itself. So it's better to create a different lenses so that they can access the data set on their own terminology itself rather than confusing our business users, right? We can build and we can set up a synonym on that, and we can assign the lenses to them. Okay, and also what is that custom suggestions, right? When you key in some specific questions on a Ask Data itself, okay, Ask Data will give you some suggestions. Okay, maybe you are looking for this kind of a question. Okay, rather than framing your entire question in your Ask Data shelf itself. Okay, Tableau itself suggests, are you looking for this kind of a question? Okay, and are you looking for this insights? Okay, Tableau will auto suggest the question that you are asking for it. That's a major part. And also how we can use these lenses, right? I know for as data we need a lenses, and we have created a lenses, but how we can effectively utilize these lenses? Okay, either you can embed these lenses as a part of your dashboard. Okay, and also you can directly go to the Ask Data page in the Tableau server on an online page, or else you can embed this into a Tableau web page or any other web pages on your choice, right? On your choice, and even you can utilize this one as a bot also. You can simply embed this in your web page, and you can ask a question on that. It will reply for the question based upon the data available in your environment. Okay, that is how the lens can be utilized, right? And again, from the lens part, right, there are many stuffs to cover, but it's rather than seeing the descriptive form here, right? Let's see this in action, and we can understand what the lens will actually do in our data set itself. Okay, let me start from the Tableau desktop. Those who are familiar with the Tableau desktop, this is one of the product from the Tableau end, where we can develop a reports and develop a data source and publish to the Tableau server, the collaborative platform. Okay, the initial view, what we can see here is on the left, you can connect to n number of data sources option. Either you can connect across to the various file types or to a various servers from Snowflake or a cloud, Google Ads, Firebirds, right, Oracle. You can connect to any server environment, either it is from a cloud or on-premise data source, whatever it is. And also for now, right, for our demo sake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to an Excel, the flat file. Okay, let me connect to an Excel file here. This is a sample superstore data set. It is inbuilt with the Tableau desktop itself. Let me connect to that. Okay, when I connect to an Excel file, right, I can see there are various tabs associated with it, and there are some name ranged in that Excel itself. Okay, all I want to see the data from the orders sheet. So I'm simply drag and drop this into this pane. Okay, you will see what are the data set we have here. This data set is all about the order information and when the order has been placed, when it is shipped, and what is the class of the ship, the customer name, and what is the sale amount, what is the quantity, discount, and profit. Okay, just a glimpse about the data set here. Okay, all I want to do is I want to create an Ask Data here, Ask Data for this data set, and I'm going to ask some question on that. To do this, either you can publish this data source as a live connection, or else you can publish this one as an extract also. Okay, for now, right, I've just set it to an extract. Those who are not familiar with the extract is an in-memory component of a Tableau. Okay, it's one of the in-memory component in Tableau, which uses a columnar index. Okay, that fasten your analysis more than a 10 times. Just for an example, I'm giving you, it's more than 10 times here. Okay, it will fasten your data set and the querying and the visualization. It makes the visits faster. So what I can do is I can make use of the in-memory component, the extract part. Okay, let me create that extract. Okay, for now the extract is already created. Okay, this is the UI of the Tableau desktop. Okay, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to publish this data source to a Tableau server to utilize to enable an Ask Data here. I'm just signing in to the Tableau online. And I'm publishing this order sample superstore data set to the Tableau server environment. Okay, once I publish this data set, right, you will get a data set in our Tableau online itself, and you can have the UI, the Ask Data UI, which contain the field information at the left. Also, it is asking us to create a lens, because without a lens, we can't use the Ask Data. Okay, we can create n number of lenses. based upon our request. For now, I'm just going to create a single lens just for the demo sake. Let me create a lens. Let me it as a new lens. Okay. And I'm publishing this lens. Once the lens has been published, right, it will land it in another page, which will give you a similar UI with the as data at the left, with the fields at the left, along with the questioning area at the right. You can ask a question on the area at the right. Also, you have noticed that we have various fields, and also when you over on it, you will get some nice tooltip from the Tableau end, which will describe what this field is all about. Because the as data feature is concentrating on the business users who are unaware of this data set, so it's better to have some more insights or some more detail about the each and every column that is available in the data set. When you over on it, you can clearly see it will give some additional information about how the data set is in geographical area or whatever it is, right? You can see what are the total unique values there, and what are the domain values present on that. If I over on a date field or something else, it will show you the date range of our data set. We have the data up to 2018 to 2021 here. There are 1 2 3 unique values over there. And also when you over on the measure values, it will show you the distribution, like what is the minimum quantity and what is the max quantity. The same way for the profit and the other stuffs, right? The same other measures also, you will get this information. Okay, once we got this a description about this each and every field, okay, how can we effectively utilize this to get more insights out of it? That's a key point. And how can we question about this data? Okay, now I know what are the columns exist in this data set, and what are the value we have in this data set also. Okay, let me start with some basic queries here. Okay, and also I will cover what are the other features we have with the as data also. Let me start with a basic question, right? I want to see what is the total sales, right? I want to see what is the total sales. Let me type a total sales. Just enter that. Okay, in the meantime, right, I will explain what are the other features that we have in the pane itself. Okay, this pane is also give the domain values along with the result set, and also the comments that you have included in the Tableau desktop as well. Okay, if you have included any comments on the column, for example, you can say category. Okay, this category field contains the information of this and this. You can configure that. That is also displayed as a part of a tooltip here. But for now, right, I've just asked what is the sum of sales here, and also I got what is the actual sales for the entire period here. Okay, and let's make this question some bit complex here. Rather than looking on the sales alone, I want to see by city. How I want to understand how what are the sales contribution of the cities, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just typing a city here. You have noticed at the top, you will get a auto suggestions, which implies you are going to do a sum of sales by city. Even you have noticed I'm not typed any by or any other fillers there. By default, Tableau will auto suggest this part. Let me enter this and see what Tableau is giving us. Okay, this build a, a chart for us, and it will tell you what are the sales and how the sales has been happening across the cities. It starts from 1 to 256 368 value, and 368 from the some other larger state. Okay, and again, I don't want to see this one as an a geographical chart here. Rather than looking at the geographical view, right, it's better we can set this one as a bar chart, right, so that you will get a more insight out of it. So what I can do, I can simply change this visualization as, I can make this one as a bar chart. I can make it as a as bar chart, and I'm simply entering this. Now you can get the get this one as a bar chart here. Also, rather than doing at this level, right, you will have an option at the right also. You can switch between the various option and what are the suitable visas that we can apply for this. Either you can apply a text table also. You can see this one as a text table or a bar or some other visualization, right? But Tableau will choose the best visualization at the top. Okay, and it will identify what are the best suitable chart for this. Okay, and from this, right, from this we have understood, like we can ask a question and you will get an answer. But how can we ask a question? How Tableau is determining whether it has to be act as a filter or which kind of visualization it has to choose, right? Everything you can choose or by default Tableau will do. That's based upon the search area where we have here, right? And also let me ask a few other questions so that you will understand more on this. Let me clear the questionnaire set, what we have here. Okay, let me ask some more complex questions. Let me ask what is the top five? I've written a top five here. Top five customers. Top five customers. Even it's suggesting us to take a count of an orders based on the number of orders who are the top five customers, right? But I'm interested on a profit. Let me make this one as a top five customers based on our profit. When you complete your question, you will get a visualization which highlights the top five customer who are more profitable, and also the remaining customers who was unprofitable, who was above this five, right? Below this five also has been listed here. Okay, this is how the visual looks. And again, suppose you want to save this data set because this is a frequent question asked by our customers, right? If that is the case, what we can do is we can pin this. We can pin this visualization. We can pin this to the recommended visualization with a name like, okay, top five customers by profit. Okay, and I'm saving this to a section called basic data analysis. Let me show you where this will actually reside. For now, I'm just saving this. Okay, it is already saved now. Okay, let's see some more question, and then we'll understand how effectively we can use that saved part, right? Let me clear this. Okay, if we provide this data set to our BI, right, it is more useful for them. Okay, they want to see, let us assume they want to see what is the profits on Sundays, right? I don't know what is the field we are going to refer. I just want to, in a plain terminologies, what I know is I know what is profit, and I want to see the profits on Sundays. What I can do, I can simply type profit on Sunday, choose Sunday here. Okay, by default, what Tableau has did is we have a different date fields, and again we have a different date fields like order date and ship dates here. Okay, you can choose between the date also, order date and ship dates here. But by default, Tableau has chosen an order date, which is more appropriate for this question. Okay, either you can switch to ship date as well. For now, I will leave this one to order date alone. This is the sum of profit that we have got on the Sundays alone. Okay, see how easy we can query on this, and even we don't want to specify why, what, and something on this. We can simply type the text that we need, okay, or type the question that we need. Okay, we will simply get the insight out of it. And let's test this further. Okay, let's make some complex question also. Let's see, we don't have any calculation field like the month over month or year over change, how this profit has been happening here in our data set. We just got a measure called profit and some more fields. Okay, let me hack, let me take another question. Let's see, we can ask for month over month percentage difference by different profit. I want to see the profit by order date. Notice it's already at the top. I don't need the count of orders. If even it is suggested that it's good to have the count of orders so that you can compare the count of orders along with the percentage change also. But for now, right, I don't need the count of orders. Let me remove this. Okay, now it gives a percentage change over month, right? For example, in this data set in August 2018, right? Compared to the previous month, we almost increased 732%, right? It's a huge profit compared to the previous month, right? The reason is there is a dip in the sales on a July, okay, and there is a huge increase on the sale on an August. But in terms of a percentage, also it gives you the value in terms of a rather than a percentage, right? It's good to show you the value also, the 5318, the profit we have got on August. But I don't want to see this one as a the exact profit value on August. I need the difference of that. In that case, right, what you can do from the question itself, you can change this data set. Let me change this percentage to values. When I untick, you can see there is a change in the visualization. Now it will give you the difference value rather than a percentage here. And also, instead, I want to drill down further. I don't need a month over month. I can roll up this to quarterly level. Yes, you can do at the quarterly level. Also, you can do the same on the Viz itself because it's very user friendly. You can drill down or drill up from the Viz itself. That is also possible. Okay, from which you can get this results. Okay, that is one case, and I will tell you how to add a synonym also here. Okay, let me take an order date. Okay, for now I'm going to add a synonym like, okay, order date. Some people will refer this one as a purchase date also. Let me refer this one as a purchase date rather than an order date. You can add a description. It's not totally optional, but for now, right, I don't want to add a description here. I'm just saving this. Okay, you can, when you over on it, right, you can see we have some synonym called purchase date. Now you can do the same analysis, right, like the same month over month or sales by order date, right? Instead, or else you can ask a question like, ask purchase date. Okay, if you type a purchase date, you have noticed that Tableau is bringing the actual field name like that, right? We can configure a n number of synonyms here. Okay, n number of synonyms, so that more business users, right, we can add a more terminologies here without affecting the data set, without touching a data set. You can do that. And also you can configure this lens and restrict some data level. For example, I don't want to expose profit to everyone, right? I can expose sales to someone else and profit to someone else. So in that case, what you can do is you can configure this synonym, the lens itself, by just ignoring the profit value and submitting it. Okay, and you're not able to see the profits anymore else in this lens. You can create a some other lens, okay, with a profit also. But for now, right, for the demo purpose, I've just removed the profit here. Suppose you need that, yes, you can include that as well. Okay, and also you may notice that we have saved some calculation, right? We have saved some calculation like how we can utilize that. We already saved some calculation like what are the top 5 customers, right? Next time when you're typing these values like top or something else, right? By default, you will get the top 5 customer at the top. Okay, this is a unique search functionality here, which will refer you the custom suggestion first, and also the formulas and the other filtering option at the next, and also the values at the bottom. Okay, the custom functionality, right? The custom suggestion is also added at the initial screen page itself so that we can reutilize this. It's better to have all the frequently asked question at the custom suggestion at the bottom. Okay, you can edit this name like question one, question two, question three, question set one, like that, right? We can edit this and we'll save it as a predefined one rather than typing all the questions at the again and again, right? We can you make use of that. That is one of the key feature. Let me make use of that one. And also what I'm going to do is once you've derived some insight, and I want to share this to someone else, right? Yes, you can hit the share and you can copy this link to your colleagues, or else I want to build this one as a dashboard itself. Okay. Okay. In that case, what I can do is I can simply save this one. I can save this one as a workbook also. I can save this as a workbook, new analysis in one of our folder, and we can make use of this workbook at the later part also. Okay, so for what we have seen here is how we can use the Ask Data feature and how we can configure in the Tableau server end. Okay, but also we have few more options. It's not only on the Tableau server front. Okay, we can build this as a part of show you as a part of the workbook also. Let me open one. Let me open one of the use cases that we have here. Okay, this data set is all about the manufacturing data. Okay, we are comparing what is the production cost and how it is compared to the previous month on month comparison year, and what is the batch value and how what is the comparison with the previous value, what percentage it is changed compared to the previous value. That level of information as of now we have projected on this dashboard, but we can't answer all the question on a single dashboard, right? Maybe the business user have a different perspective and they want to see a different data set rather than always looking on this static page, right? Or they have to depend on someone else to ask a question on this data set. So in that case, what we can do is we can embed this as data feature as a part of this dashboard itself rather than giving it the server end. But for now, right, let me just go through this view and we'll discuss how we can embed this as data as a part of a dashboard itself. Okay, this data set is all about the manufacturing data, and we have the different production units and across the various region, and we have a various trends like what is the defect trends, what is the complaint trend, and what is the expiry of these products, and there are various trends associated with it, and what are the manpower we have utilized on this. And this simple dashboard, right, it can answer almost uh, 50 plus questions, right? It seems like a simple dashboard, but the power of Tableau is the interactivity. You can interact with this. For example, suppose I want to see where this product Rubella has been produced, right? When I just click on this, you will get a trend of the respective product as in the KPI, and also where are we producing a Rubella, and what is the shift contribution of that, and what is the manpower utilization, and what is the expiry trend, and what is the defect trend of the respective product. Okay, and suppose you want to combine this Rupila along with this Gujarat, right? Let me click on this Gujarat as well. We are producing on various region, but in terms of a Gujarat, we have used the production cost is really high. So when I click on that, right, you can the defect train and the manpower utilized on that region, and what we don't have the general shift there. We just have the night and morning shift on Gujarat. Okay, the same way, right? You can click on each and every mark on this list and derive much more insights out of it. Okay, let me land it on another page. Suppose I want to drill down on this product further, right? So let me click on, I want to correlate this product with other products in our production line. Let me land it in another page, which will give you a detailed insights about how this product has been correlated with other products here. Okay, here we have some overall production value and what is the target we have placed for that respective products and how far we are from that target. Okay, and what is the rejection value and how it is compared to the previous value. Everything the KPI mentioned at the top is it can be interacted with the chart below here also, the scatter plot. You can clearly notice we have two tabs here, which will give you the what is the best metrics here and what is the worst metrics and what are the products above this, what is the n number of products above this range and n number of products below this range. For example, we are comparing a production versus manpower for now. In this, out of this 13 products, right, the 6 products are in a good shape, and out of which one is in a better in both manpower as well as the protection. and remaining five is performing both on a it's performing good on a both metrics, and one is performing good on a only one metrics here. You can notice this. And also the remaining seven products, right, it's performing poor compared to the yellow fever product. And again, this chart is a pretty dynamic one. You can compare against various metrics. For example, as of now, when comparing the production value with manpower, suppose I want to compare this with the overall production time. Let me click on the production time as my y-axis here. So now the production time has been changed, and also the count of everything will be changed. For now, I want to compare with the manpower. Again, the count has been changed. Rather than looking at the product level here, right, the yellow fever from this to this, what we can do is we can simply interact this in this with by selecting on this mark itself. I'm just clicking on the influencer product, and again all our wishes changed according to this. And again, for the what if part, right, for now it's a simple what if analysis on the production cost and the target cost and resolving cost, and how we can increase this to a certain range, and what set of results we are getting out of if we increase to this to certain limits, right? Okay, now again, and what is the need for the AS data here? Like I mentioned, right, we have all the data set we in our dashboard itself, but we can't satisfy some users. It's better we can embed the AS data in the dashboard itself so that they can ask the question from here itself. So what we have did is we have provided a embedded a AS data feature here. When you click on that, it will load the AS data window, what you have seen in the previous dashboards also. This AS data window, like which is almost similar like the window what you have seen above. Let me show that as well. Show the lens here. Let me show the direct lens itself. You can access the lenses from the top itself. You can create a number of lenses. For now, I'm just referring in this manufacturing lens on that dashboard. Okay, this is the lens I've embedded into that dashboard as well. You can either ask a question from here, or you can ask a question from this window also. But for now, I've just disabled to the blank screen now. Okay, it is disabled now. You can configure this lens to that window, and then you can ask a question on that. Let me show you how we have to configure also. Rather than editing from the desktop, I'm using a web edit option in Tableau. You can edit this. Let me configure this. You can configure this by specifying the lenses that you're looking for. Okay, as of now, we have just one lens. I've just make use this lens. You can create a n number of lenses according to your need. Okay, and I'm using this lens. Once you've applied the use lens option, right, then you will get the respective lens in that dashboard itself. From here, you can ask a question like, okay, what are the top rejection products, right? Top rejection by products. Okay, this will give you an information like, okay, Tentenus is the product which is more rejected compared to other product. Rather than building a wish on this dashboard itself, we can ask a question and we'll get an insight out of it. Okay, also you can embed this wish. You can embed this URL as a part of any web pages also. That is also possible. Okay, in the interest of time, I'm just passing here.
Thank you, Surinder. We have two queries. One is from Satyapriya, that is regarding the authentication. How authentication works in lenses is the query from Satyapriya. Once you answer this, there is one
Okay.
more from Prasad. I will ask that.
Okay. For the authentication purpose, right? We know it's like an actual object in a Tableau itself, like any other objects in a Tableau. For example, when you publish a this to any specific project and the project is logged to some authentication, okay, if you publish the lens to the specific project, the authentication will works almost similar to the parent project itself. Okay, you don't need to specify any authentication on that, but of course you will have an authentication on the Tableau lens front itself, and also it will follow the same row level security and other stuffs that we usually follow. There is no complication on that. It's like just like your data set. I hope it
Th-
clarifies your.
yeah, thank you, Surinder. Hope Satya it answers your query. And there is another query from Prasad Jana. This is more on what if analysis suggestion. So,
Okay, currently the what if suggestions is not a part of Ask Data yet. Now we don't have analytic stuffs uh, in that Ask Data feature. But anyway, we can make use of the parameters and other stuffs here. And again, the value you can specify here, right? Let me show you one example in the interest of time with the Ask Data. The way you filter, right? The way you filter, it's almost different. For example, if I've chosen a rejection count in the product value, it's above it's above 3000. Let me set some values here. Okay, it will query from the data values what we have here. Okay, but we can't key in the inputs to this for computing the what if. For a what if, right, we need some more inputs from the user end itself. Okay, for now the Ask Data won't take an input from the external perspective. You can build a what if from the Tableau desktop end itself, from the analytical pane itself. Okay, as of now it is not implemented, but it is a part of it is a part of a Tableau releases, but I'm not sure when it's going to release there. The analytic features is not embedded in Ask Data for now. If you are looking for an uh, if you're looking for an what if, yes, what we can do is we can build a additional column in our data set and we can bring that as a part of this visualization. Okay, rather than building everything here, right, we can make use of that additional column.
thank you, Surinder. There is one more. I think we can take this query and then we need to go for a close as we are already 12:30 now. This query is from Lena, that is on whether Ask Data can give suggestions for insights like recommended visualizations list.
It's already okay for Lena, right? Lena,
Yeah.
we already seen that when you type a question itself, by default it will take the recommended visualization here. Okay, even in the it is almost similar like the data set. Let me show you another example here also. For example, customer and our profit. When you drag and drop a customer and a profit into your Wiz, we already have a show me in Tableau. It will recommend this is the best visualization that you can uh, choose from the Tableau desktop end. Okay, we can choose either this or some other Wiz also. The same way, what Ask Data will do is when you type a question itself, Tableau will always bring the recommended visualization here, not the other uh, visualization. But you can change, you have an option to change this to a different Wiz also. But by default, Tableau will giving that kind of solution as suggestions here. Is that your question or something else?
I hope Lena Surinder asked you a like answered your query. In case if any of the delegates are having any queries, and in fact, I've sent personal invites to all of you, so you can respond back in that by email, so that we'll be able to take your queries and take it forward. And thank you again for all the delegates who have logged in. Hopefully, we will be able to see you again in our future webinars. Thank you. Thanks, one and all. Good day to you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank you all.